Quaz London Fun, Games and Musical Festival, a name that now carries a heavy weight of disappointment and destruction. Today we're diving into the situation that unfolded at the Makhadzi Stadium in the northwest province of South Africa. A night of music that was meant to bring joy ultimately descended into chaos and left a trail of destruction, with a stage ablaze and questions about responsibility. Welcome to the Riaan Show, where I look into those stories that affect every South African in some or other way. Let's get to the story. Let's break down what happened. This festival was billed as a fun-filled event featuring popular artists like Makhadzi and others, and it took a very dark turn on December 27th. It's reported that the audience was left waiting for hours, eager to see the headlining act. Now, we've all been to shows where things run behind schedule, but this was a different level of waiting. Why were attendees left waiting for so long with no information? Was there a communication breakdown? The trouble started when it became clear that Makhadzi wasn't going to perform. But adding insult to injury, and this is mind-blowing, reports indicate that someone at the festival thought it was a good idea to send out an impersonator. Can we just get a pause and ask, who thought this was an acceptable solution? This person was dressed like Makhadzi, copied her moves and lip-synced to her music. The audience was, unsurprisingly, not impressed. Some have even described the impersonator as Makhadzi from Timu, a clear indication of just how insulting they found the whole thing. And then, to make matters worse, instead of accepting the no-show, it seems a large portion of the crowd expressed their disappointment by destroying the stage and music equipment, a reported 3 million rand worth of damage. To think, an event promoted with Makhadzi's face on posters and videos ended in literal flames. It's one thing to be disappointed, but what led to this level of anger and destruction? Was there a perceived disrespect at play here? And was this impersonator a tipping point? So what was Makhadzi's side of the story? Her team released a statement explaining that the promoter, who's only identified as Ishmael, failed to make the full payment according to their agreement. A 50% deposit was paid, as was 3,000 rand for a promotional video. However, the remaining amount, which was required 14 days before the event, never materialized. It was stated that artists and their teams are not notified of the event until all payments are confirmed. Makhadzi herself has since expressed regret, apologizing to her fans and emphasizing the adherence to contractual agreements. This brings up several critical questions. Who is responsible here? Is it solely the promoter, or did the festival organizers lack due diligence in ensuring the artist's payment was secured? What about crowd control measures? Surely they should have been prepared for the possibility of a cancellation, even if it was a last-minute situation. Shouldn't there be some measure to communicate effectively and quickly with attendees to avoid the violence? The reports state that a manhunt has now been launched for the perpetrators. While the actions of these individuals are absolutely inexcusable and harmful, and we don't condone violence in any way, we do need to ask whether frustration was allowed to fester, creating the perfect storm for such behavior to manifest. Did the organizers underestimate the importance of transparent communication? Was an impersonator a very poorly judged attempt to appease the crowd? We need to look beyond a simple case of fans got angry and reacted badly. There are lessons to learn here. One attendee summed it up by saying, "It's not just about the no-show. It's about the lack of respect for the audience. The organizers' attempts to pacify the crowd were criticized as inadequate, leading to a flood of complaints on social media and calls for accountability. As investigations continue, it remains unclear how the festival will address these grievances and restore its reputation within the community. The reputation of the London Fun, Games and Musical Festival has been significantly affected. The festival is now facing considerable backlash from the community and attendees. The immediate impact includes public outrage, calls for refunds, and a general sense of having been cheated by the entire experience. The long-term consequences could be even more damaging, with a potential loss of community trust, deterring future attendance, and negativity affecting media coverage. While some fans understood Makhadzi's explanation regarding contractual issues, others felt she should have found a way to fulfill her commitment or communicate better about the situation. It seems even her apology statement has been met with a mixed reception, some appreciating her honesty, others feeling it was an inadequate excuse for disappointing thousands of fans. What are your thoughts on the Makhadzi Stadium incident? Let me know in the comments below, and remember, if you have any information, to contact the Makhadzi police. Thank you for watching, and if you found any value in this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
So I didn't sleep enough. I was not fine, you know. I was not happy about whatever happened to that show, to the show. And I don't blame maybe people who did that. And the other thing again, guys, that I can emphasize, let's as promoters, if things are not going well, let's not put more fuels to our fan because of, now to be honest with me, now I'm observing on that situation that happened to the show. Me as Ndibuza, not as Makhadzi, looking at the thing, I think the promoters, they did I don't know, you know, sometimes when people they maybe they are frustrated, they end up, you know, you can't blame. But that thing of bringing Makhadzi from Temu, I think that's the one who caused that's the one that caused problem. Because when I get the full information, it's not only me who didn't pitch. I'm not proud of not pitching, right? And I'm not proud of whatever happened. But it's not Makhadzi who didn't pitch. A lot of people didn't pitch in that show. But I think people got upset when they bring Makhadzi from Temu. Imagine, you understand? So let me not talk about too much about it. Like I said, I issued the statement.